Hi everyone, this is the English language lesson for the SPM Trial Examinations for the year 2020. And then here we have paper 1 and paper 2. I'm your teacher, Madam Gan. Today I'll be discussing the trial papers from Kelantan for the year 2020. Okay, this is the first paper, which is paper 1 or 1119/1. This is the writing paper, and then you have two questions, section A directed writing and section B continuous writing. Let's look at the question for section A directed writing. The marks allotted is 35 marks and then time suggested 45 minutes. As the president of your school counseling club, you have attended a seminar about stress management. Write a talk to your club members about the causes of stress and ways to lead a stress-free life. Use the poster below to write your talk. So this is the poster. Stress, causes, loss of friends, major illness, peer pressure, pressure from parents, give your own idea, ways to lead a stress-free life, make times for hobbies and interests, get enough rest and sleep, seek out social support, accept there are things that you cannot control, give your own idea. Next, make sure that you label all the content points. So C1 will be loss of friends, C2 major illness, C3 peer pressure, C4 pressure from parents, C5 own idea, C6 own idea, C7 make time for hobbies and interests, C8 get enough rest and sleep, C9 seek out social support, C10 accept there are things that you cannot control, C11 own idea, and C12 is also own idea. Okay, C1 to C6 are causes of stress, and C7 to C12 are ways to lead a stress-free life. When writing the talk, you must use an appropriate greeting, state the purpose of the talk, use all the notes given, give your own ideas when needed, use an appropriate closing. Note, for your talk you will receive up to 15 marks for the format and content points and up to 20 marks for the quality of your writing. So let's look at the format marks. Format 1 is for greeting, format 2 is the purpose of the talk, and then format 3 is the closing. So now let's look at the format for the talk. When you write a talk, first of all you must have the greeting. For example, good morning to the respected principal, dedicated teachers and fellow students. Today, okay, you can continue from there. And then we have the contents, where you have a few contents. You can start with first and then write the content and then move on to other contents with other ideas. Okay, lastly, remember that you have to have a closing. Last but not least, then you can close your talk. Okay, let's look at the greeting, paragraph 1. To write greeting, which is also the introduction, you have to have these 4 ideas. First of all, you need to greet by saying good morning to the members of the counseling club, and then you have to introduce yourself. For example, you all know me as the president of the club. I would like to introduce myself. My name is Rahman bin Jais and I am a student from Form 5 Malewa. Okay, then you must mention the aim or the objective or the purpose of the talk. This morning I'll be talking about the causes of stress and ways to lead a stress-free life. Then you have to thank the organizer. Before I begin, I wish to thank the counselor, Puan Halija, for giving me an opportunity to deliver a speech today. Here there are some examples of paragraph 1, which is the introduction. You can write, good morning to the members of the counseling club. You all know me as the president of this club. I I would like to introduce myself. My name is Rahman bin Jais and I am a student in Form 5 Malewa. This morning I'll be talking about the causes of stress and ways to lead a stress-free life. Before I begin, I wish to thank the counsellor Puan Halija for giving me an opportunity to deliver a speech today. Another example you can write: a very good morning to the members of the counselling club. My name is Rahman bin Jais and I am the president of this club. I think all of you know me very well by now. On this glorious morning, I will be delivering a talk about the causes of stress and ways to lead a stress-free life. Before I proceed, I would like to express my gratitude to the counsellor, Puan Halija, for allowing me to speak in this assembly. Remember that when the students are gathered, the members of the counselling club, so it could be an assembly, a gathering, or a meeting for the club. And then when you write, you must remember the 4 items I mentioned earlier. Now for paragraph 2 and 3, you can write 2 paragraphs. The content 1, loss of friend. Content 2, major illness. Content 3, peer pressure. And content 4, pressure from parents. You can write the second paragraph. Recently, I attended a seminar on stress management. It was an eye-opening experience for me. Do you know the causes of stress that people experience? Some people go through the loss of friends, which becomes stressful for them. When your best friend has transferred to a new school, you feel lost and alone. Some could be having major illness like cancer or leukemia. They worry about the continuous hospital visits and multiple treatments. Meanwhile, others face peer pressure from pupils or classmates. They are forced to abide to rules set by bullies or reluctantly join a group in order to fit in and not be alienated by them. There is also pressure to perform, as well as some of the high achievers in class. This is normally pressure from parents. They sometimes compare your achievement with other students or even your own siblings. An elder sister who scored straight A's in the SPM examination, or an elder brother with a scholarship offer to study abroad. Let's look at more examples for stress. Stress is a normal human feeling that is part of life and can often serve as a good form of adrenaline. Stress is your mind or body's natural response to what it views as a threat. When threatened, your body triggers a number of physical, emotional, and mental reactions. Each category is connected to the other, so anything that can be done to lessen one reaction will lessen the impact of the other 2 categories. The butterflies in the stomach, the sweaty, clammy hands, the urge to visit the toilet, the weak knees, the unreasonable panic attacks. These are vital signs of stress. The causes of stress are manifold. At school, stress can be caused by peer pressure, friends or classmates who are bullies and force you to smoke or vape. At the other end of the scale is pressure from parents. Parents often compare siblings' academic achievements without knowing that this action also results in stress. Stress manifests itself in many ways. The most common symptoms are headache, backaches, shortness of breath, skin disorders, heart palpitations, gastric problems, and sleeping disorders. There is also poor concentration, poor memory, and loss of self-confidence. Other major health problems such as depression, repetitive strain injury, and heart problems may follow these symptoms. Now, for content 5 and 6, you have to write your own ideas for the causes of stress. So let's look at the example. It could be examination stress and also lack of organization. Okay, let's look at the example. What is examination stress? It could be defined as a type of heightened anxiety affecting a candidate before, during, and after an examination. It is a common issue dealt with by students throughout their academic life. The 2 types: anticipatory stress experienced while studying and thinking about the ifs, and situational stress experienced during the examination itself, can cause loss in concentration, physical distress, and emotional upset. These outcomes could affect performance excellence. Certain people are more prone to stress attacks. Almost everybody feels a certain degree of stress. However, the intense worrier, perfectionist, ill-prepared learner, masters of avoidance, procrastinators are likely to be more highly stressed. Examination stress can be a real problem, especially when the stress reaches a height where nervousness takes over and the candidate cannot even focus on the test questions and do his best. Last but not least, lack of organization is also another cause of stress. Students with poor organizational skills tend to experience more stress in school. This is usually because they are not properly prepared with the tools or the understanding needed to learn. If those organization skills don't improve, they may continue to fall behind, leading to more stress and frustration about school. For paragraph 4, the contents are C7, make time for hobbies and interests. C8, get enough sleep, rest and sleep. Boys and girls. Okay, you can address your friends as boys and girls, or you can say, dear members of the club. There are many ways to lead a stress-free life. One is try to make times for hobbies and interests. Studies showed that those with hobbies and those who indulge in physical activity that resulted in bodily tiredness were less stressed. The importance of rest and recreation thus came into consideration as a remedy for stress. Sports, games, and other forms of physical exertions are now identified as absolutely necessary for a healthy body and hence a healthy mind. Therefore, when you paint, jog, or play basketball, these help to reduce your stress. In addition, you need enough rest and sleep. Sleep is not a luxury, it is a necessity. Sleep is essential for good health. It is a requirement in order for the body to rest, recuperate, and rejuvenate. For content 7 and 8, make times for hobbies and interests, get enough rest and sleep. So we are in paragraph 4. There are many ways to lead a stress-free life. One is try to make times for hobbies and interests. As students, most of us lead sedentary lifestyles. We spend most of our time in claustrophobic classrooms and homes. With loads of homework, assignments, and exams, exercise seems to be a monotonous chore. The increasing demands made upon us by our studies, exams, and the high expectation of our parents and teachers leave us with little time for pleasure and leisure. The need to exercise becomes a bitter pill to swallow. Nonetheless, health experts prescribe hobbies and exercises as a prerequisite for a long, healthy life, a life free from diseases and ailments. Exercise also eliminates modern-day stress. Exercise can be instrumental in helping a person obtain a more relaxed sleep. A tired person will be refreshed and high-spirited after a good night's sleep. A few hours of exercise will help in getting sound sleep, and is the perfect soothing balm for a tired body and a restless mind. So, when we have enough rest and sleep, we will be able to lead a stress-free life. Moving on to content 9, seek out social support. Content 10, accept there are things that you cannot control. So, we are still in paragraph 4, or you can write a new paragraph, which is paragraph 5. Moreover, social support has been widely studied as a factor that minimizes the effects on stress, and the results are somewhat striking. Not only does social support help people feel less stressed, but it can also actually improve your health and decrease mortality risk. Social support is often identified as a key component of solid relationships and strong psychological health. But what exactly does it mean? Essentially, social support involves having a network of family and friends that you can turn to in times of need. Whether you are facing a personal crisis or need immediate assistance, or you just want to spend time with people who care about you, These relationships play a critical role in how you function in your day-to-day life. It is social support that builds people up during times of stress and often gives them the strength to carry on and even thrive. Social support can be great for your stress levels, making stressful situations less damaging to your mental and physical health. Creating a circle of supportive friends may take a little effort, but it is worth it in terms of benefits to your general health and well-being. Creating strong relationships in your life is therefore vital for you and for those you love. You can also find out some ways in which you can cultivate social support as a stress reliever. This is another example for content 9 and content 10. In dealing with stress, there are do's and don'ts. The many don'ts include not to be negative or rush or be influenced by those more stressed than you. The do's include positive statements, natural breathing techniques, and believing in yourself. You have to accept there are things that you cannot control. Things happen throughout the course of your lives that you simply have no control of. Whether it is a serious illness or the loss of someone or losing something that means the world to you, there are also things that happen that you are solely responsible for, that you are ashamed of and wish you could take back but you can't. And all of that stress, pain and resentment can be a heavy burden on your shoulders. Even though you can't change your past to make the present better, you can make a change to brighten your future. Now for content 11 and content 12, both are your own ideas. Okay, let's look at the first example. The art of stress management is not something that can be picked up overnight. It is something that an individual has to perfect and improve on throughout his or her lifetime. The key is healthy body, healthy mind. Diet should be kept in check with proper and balanced intake of food. Next, do consider investing in a home gym which can be set up at a reasonable cost, consisting of basic equipment such as an exercise bench, a pair of dumbbells and an exercise bike, or go for easy exercises like walking and jogging. You just need a pair of sport shoes. Get another example of your own idea. Another way of reducing stress is the century-old and hugely popular practice of yoga. A beginner taking up yoga may find the posture and breathing exercises beneficial. Yoga can help reduce stress because it promotes relaxation, which is the natural opposite of stress. Yoga can benefit 3 aspects of yourself and are often affected by stress: your body, mind, and breathing. We have reached the last paragraph, which is the closing. Remember that for closing, you need to have 3 important items. First is you have to summarize the content you have mentioned earlier. You have to write about your hope and wish and also thank the audience. Example for summarizing is, in a nutshell, in stress management, the most important thing is to recognize the symptom of stress early and to act before they become something serious. And your hope or wish, I hope you are able to use the tips I have given whenever you feel stressed. And then lastly, you need to thank the audience. Before I end my talk, I wish to thank all of you for lending me your ears. This is the last paragraph, which is also the conclusion or the closing. In a nutshell, in stress management, the most important thing is to recognize the symptom of stress early and to act before they become something serious. I hope you are able to use the tips I have given whenever you feel stressed. Before I end my talk, I wish to thank all of you for lending me your ears. Or you can write another example. To conclude, effective stress management helps you break the hold stress has on your life, so you can be happier, healthier, and more productive. The ultimate goal is a balanced life with time for work, relationship, relaxation, and fun, and the resilience to hold up under pressure and meet challenges head on. Thank you for being attentive listeners. We have just finished our discussion for paper 1, and then we did directed writing, which is section A. So there is another video for section B for continuous writing. So do watch the next video. And then signing off, I'm Teacher Gan. Bye bye, and then don't forget to subscribe to my channel. That's all. Bye bye.